But I wanted just to address a couple of questions to Mr. Morrison, because in June, when you were announcing the closure, you said the centre must close because the building is not suitable and cannot be brought to the standard needed and that you deserve. And you went on to say, as we started planning for a refurbishment, it also became clear the work would not be enough to bring the building to the standard quite rightly required by the Mental Health Commission. And then in a letter to the Taoiseach's office in July, you, Mr. Morrison, said, no matter what refurbishment takes place, the building will not meet either building standards or the high standards set by the Mental Health Commission. You know, there's a strong impression been given here to residents and their families and the public representatives that the Mental Health Commission's concerns played a large part in the closure decision. And also it's implied that other facilities are of a better standard. But yet, you know, some alternative facilities can involve dorm-style accommodation in ward-based settings. For example, St. Stephen's Hospital and St. Catherine's Ward. How do you reconcile those communications with the reality of those alternative placements where you're proposing to move people from what are essentially single, in some cases small rooms, to dorm-style accommodation in St. Stephen's and in St. Catherine's Ward?
Deputy, thank you very much for your question. I suppose we came into this from the perspective of looking to see whether we could refurbish the building, and I'll defer to my colleague in a second in relation to the details in relation to that. We did exercises, and we looked to see if we could refurbish the building, and subsequent.
Okay, I wonder, could Mr. Morrison just respond to those questions, please?
Sorry, which question would you like me to respond to first, Deputy Shortall? I was responding to the overall situation, the first question you asked.